Well, as you can probably see behind me, it's a very wet, very miserable day here in Birmingham. Edgbaston is under covers and underwater, but it's not stopped England's preparation. They were busy in the indoor nets this morning, getting stuck into the bowling machine. Flintoff was having a bat as well, and the morale in the camp was good. One decision has been made, however. Monty Panesar will be heading off to play for Northampton. He certainly won't be playing in this side, certainly over the next 5 days. I don't think spinners are going to be that key in the game. So he's headed home, so England will be picking from a 12, including, of course, Steve Harmison tomorrow morning.
The only sort of information we can give is that Monty's joining up with Northants this evening, so he won't be part of the squad tomorrow, but we'll be picking from the final 12 in the morning.
The forecast is certainly not good over the course of the next 5 days, but England can't afford to have that playing on their mind, and it's very important they keep their focus, because as we've seen with the English weather, it can change very quickly.
Yeah, it hasn't got a dramatic effect. I think most importantly is kind of, well, you know, which bowlers are going to get most out of the wicket, which is going to be the 11 players that gives us the best chance of winning the game, and that's the decision we've got to make come tomorrow morning. We had a good look at the wicket yesterday, and we know generally how the wicket plays here, so I mean we've got to kind of factor it in how it looks tomorrow morning, which is obviously crucial, but I think we've got a fair idea as to what type of bowling is going to be effective and how we need to play as a batting unit if we want to get big scores here.
England, of course, 1-0 up going into this test match, this third Empower test of the series, and there's certainly a feeling that Australia are not the side they were. They've got a lot of inexperienced players, and England are certainly feeling they can capitalise on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this Australian side's got an aura about it, to be honest with you. And prior to this test series starting, we didn't feel that they had an aura about it, and that's not disrespectful to the players they've got, because they've got a lot of very good players, but I think the aura came with the likes of Warner, McGrath and Hayden and Gilchrist, all those sort of guys. This team over time might develop an aura, but right at the moment you've got a lot of guys at the start of their test careers, and by very definition they don't have an aura about them, so that's encouraging. Doesn't mean you're any more likely to beat them or anything like that, but it feels like you're playing against any other test team.
Yeah, it's probably it's okay for him to say that now. I'm not sure if he's saying that after Cardiff. I think we had it well and truly over most of their batsmen down there, so it's built up over a period of time. We've got some reasonably fresh faces around our group at the moment that are just starting to find their feet at international level. So I think it's inevitable that the aura of a side is going to change, but it also changed with performance as well. If we happen to come out and play well in this test match, then I'm sure they'll be thinking slightly different at the end of this game than they are right at the moment. So that's what it's all about. It's about having a group of guys that are all playing well, they're all on top of their games, and are all heading in the same direction. That's how you create aura with some standout performances, and that's what we'll be trying to achieve over the coming weeks. Obviously last week, missing the game last week, I had a good chance to sit back and get a bit of a feel of how the group was going and how certain individuals were going. I'm pretty happy with the way things are travelling at the moment, to tell the truth. We know we're outplayed at Lords, but I think the guys got a lot out of the tour game in between. I think the break came at a good time for us. I'm a bit more worried about the weather than anything else at the moment, to tell the truth. It's been pretty ordinary the last couple of days and probably just hindered our training and preparation a little bit, but we've got out of it whatever we can over the last couple of days, and we'll top up things today and make sure tomorrow morning, if we get on at the start of the game, that we're right to go.
I just think it's the middle test match, and whatever happens here has a big effect on the last two test matches. There's not a lot of time to put things right from here on in. So we're in a fortunate position to have a bit of a lead at the moment, but the last thing we want to do is give away that lead at this stage. And the Aussies are definitely going to come back strong. They're going to be very motivated to hit us hard this week. And as I said, I think we probably need to raise our level from Lords, if anything. If we do that, then hopefully we can get on top of them again and start applying pressure on them again, which is obviously crucial.
So the weather is sure to play a part here in Edgbaston. It looks odds-on for a draw at this stage, but anything can happen. England will be looking to put more pressure on Australia. Australia will be looking to bounce back. It's set to be a really interesting match here, and of course it's got a lot to live up to after the last test, Ashes test here in 2005. But everybody's hoping that it's going to be a really interesting game.